Hello there, it's Andrew Lynch here from Andrew Lynch Golf, and what we've got today is potentially the greatest swing in the history of golf. We've got Sam Snead, and this is a young Sam. Let's just watch this through, and you just see it just happens. There's no overthinking of the swing. Now, Sam was a often called a natural golfer, and he quite disliked that, quite honestly, because he said, I worked my butt off when I was young to get this swing. It didn't come naturally. And so, it wasn't natural. Sam worked on it himself. It was self-taught, but he wasn't natural. So, for all of us there that think, oh, we don't have to put any work in, well, we do. Sam Snead put the work in. We have to put the work in. Now, this front on here, black and white clip, I'm just going to put a couple of lines in, and you're going to see how Sam kept it so simple. One of the things I'm going to pick up first is if you can look at this lead arm and just look at something I think he does that's so kind of like slightly different. Just keep looking at, see what he does just before he takes it away. There. There. And then he goes. And he did this on every shot. There you go. There. And once he's done that, there you've got this straight line. And that's kind of like, pivot round here, but that shoulder is so important in the swing. And so now he's just got to rotate round his centre. And he must have worked that out. Now, he's not put tension in the swing. For those people kind of watching, you'd be thinking, oh, so the lead arm was tense. No, it was just relaxed straight. So all he did was, because he realises that club is going to get a little bit longer, George Knudsen worked that one out as well. That's why he put the ball off the toe, because he realised the club was going to get longer in the swing. Sam basically did it at the start just by putting that in there. So that's really interesting. So that was also his trigger to go. So many great golfers have triggers. So if you put the lines in it, what I love about Sam's swing is there's just no wasted effort. And that is the hallmark of a great swing. So for this one, I'm just going to put the line here, take it forward, and you notice he's not gone past that red line. He's because one of my faults, quite honestly, is I slide. And if you're sliding, you're not rotating. So, I can learn from this. And Sam there is basically not wasting any effort. He knows to slide is to waste effort. He worked that out, and he's rotating and into the ball. So that's a hallmark there of some fantastic. Now, again, George Gankus uses Sam Snead a lot, quite honestly, and you'll see why. Because George is definitely no mug when it comes to the golf swing. He worked it out by watching lots of YouTube videos and then becoming an instructor. Because George didn't need to do a PGA apprentice and ship and learn how to sell jumpers to 70-year-old people. So if you look at here, look at the head height, and then what happens? Bang. Not move there. He plants that heel back, but he doesn't slide. He goes there. And so all of a sudden he's gone into this squat. and that squat is now he's pushing into the ground and then just using his legs and rotating round, and then the head will start to come up through the ball. Again, that's just beautiful. Also, what I liked here, and you can see this because of it being black and white, and he's got mainly kind of a pale colour on, that's his belt line there. If you take him through his swing, look, he's coming down. That belt's still level. See, he's squatted, but he's not pushed. He's not kind of gone back here. He's still level. And again, that would be wasted effort. What Sam's swing is, you're looking at someone that pared away anything that didn't need to be in there, and certainly didn't put in anything that didn't need to be in there. And so, you know, and you just see him come down into impact, and you notice he's not, that belt line doesn't change till after. It's beautiful, quite honestly. So we're just gonna watch this a couple more times because it's just beautiful to look at. And this time I won't even talk, so you can just watch it. So let's have a look at slightly from the behind here, and again he's got his classic straw hat on, and he's just holding that one off there. But what I love is, if you play this through, how he just moves so well. There's just no, that's why he looked so athletic. One, he was like, you know, 13 stone, 5'11", but, and he's got some classic, you know, if you look here, look at that, balance is beautiful through his hips, absolutely beautiful, you know what I mean? And if you take that there and there on his tush, just off his tush line, you take this through, see how he pushes back, so he's pushing away there, and he's coming down into impact. If you notice, he's still got that spine angle, he's pushing back, he's not lost the touch line, and even at the finish, do you notice how he's still got that spine angle? This is beautiful, just, and you can see why he won 82 times on tour. It's an efficient swing, it doesn't harm your body, he's not a hitter, he's a swinger, you know what I mean? You know, little points there, I think there are only 2 golfers living that have won on a tour event over a 60-year period. One of those is Neil Coles, a British player who's nearly 90, and the other was Sam Snead. So, you know, it's just, again, just classic, beautiful stuff. He's not overthinking it. You know, this one is just from the front side on. You're going to see how he just whips through that ball. Now, I'm going to take that back there to somewhere around here, and you're going to see something that the greats did then, that not so many people do. If you look at his lead heel, or lead foot, it's lifted. And it's lifted because this guy had a shoulder turn. You know, upwards of 122 degrees of shoulder turn. I'll show you that on another video of his here. But it's just, again, that is, Jack did it, Arnold Palmer did it, Sam Snead did it, and to some extent even Ben Hogan did it, which is this lifting. We think it's terrible to do. These are the three greatest players that ever lived, and they lifted their lead heel. You know, when I started playing golf, I didn't have lessons, and I automatically lifted my lead heel. Then I had lessons, and I was told not to do it, and I really struggled for a long time. I'm just going to play that again so you can see the beauty that is Sam Snead's swing. So I'm going to go back to this one, which you saw, but I can show you on this one. If we take him to the top, and I put this angle line, that's 32 degrees past the 90. So obviously that's 122 degrees of shoulder turn. That is some power there, you know what I mean? Huge shoulder turn. And as I say, that's does help you get a lot of power. Now, interestingly enough, I'm going to show you this one here. Harvey Pennick, the legend that is Harvey Pennick, wrote the Little Red Book, and the reason he got into instruction was because he heard the sound, not saw, he heard the sound of Sam Snead hitting the ball. And the sound was so pure, he said, I realised I would never be able to do that. And so he said, I decided at that point to become an instructor. And that's what he did. And he became a very good instructor, a legend. But that was the effect that Sam could have on people. And as I say, there you see at impact, just before impact, he's open, which helps control the club face. But he's, again, it's just so economical. He doesn't put anything in. This is a colour one. He's about 46 here, but you're going to see the same fluid movement. So this is how I teach. I don't, you know, to me, you know, again, this Sam is one of those that worked out the Ernest Jones, the Manuel de la Torre swing. He basically he worked out that it's, you know, what to do, what not to do, but a lot of us just don't do that. He wasn't born with this swing. He worked at it, and luckily, you know, he didn't have people saying, hey Sam, keep that foot down. Hey Sam, slide a little bit into the ball. And so this is Sam Snead, who holds the record at the moment with Tiger Woods, at 82 tour victories, and you can see why. I think his last victory was at 51, and the Greenbrier, and you can see why. I mean, he struggled with his putting, but he certainly didn't struggle with his swing. It's just look at this, and you will see that it's a flowing motion, and he doesn't try and add anything that doesn't need adding. So, from Andrew Lynch, try and keep it simple with, I think, one of the greatest golf swings that on the male tour ever. From Andrew Lynch, over and out. Get back to me if you want lessons, online lessons using this analyzer, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.